Oh, the challenges. The challenges just never end. And for me, I've got lots of challenges. If you look at my videos and my channel, you see, yes, I have lots of challenges here in the garage. Biggest challenge I have today is actually a Challenger, Indian Challenger. I am going to take and trade out this Tabs exhaust, which I do not like, and I'm going to put on the Indian aftermarket slip-on mufflers. So stay tuned, watch as I have a challenge to get my Indian Challenger to a better sounding motorcycle. I don't like the Tabs. I do not like them. I've got other exhausts on these other motorcycles, so I kind of know my exhaust language on what kind of sounds cool, what doesn't. So stay tuned for the Indian Challenger tab removal to the Indian slip-on mufflers. We've got a collection of cars. They're not even all here, actually. Where's the wife? Where's the kid? But we got a collection of cars like I do. It's always very challenging working in my shop because there's so many things in my shop. And today I'm going to go ahead and take apart my Tab exhaust and put on my Indian exhaust. And in order to accomplish that task, I've got to get rid of some vehicles out of this garage, and I've got to get my motorcycle lift area cleared out so that I can actually work on the motorcycle. So that's the next project, just getting all the motorcycles and cars out of my workspace to even be able to do this. Oh, the beauty of owning all the toys, right? It's always a project. Now, the first thing I got to do is get my brand new 2024 Ford Mustang GT performance package that I just put a nice exhaust on, steed alluring springs, short shifter. I got to get this thing out of the garage. Let's see how this thing sounds in the morning time here. I should really say the afternoon. And what you got, some note to it? Wow. Wow, straight. How about that, huh? Short shifter here. This thing's really fun. The fun car for the Iceman, right? All right, get the car out of here, get it some sunshine. Then I gotta get the Gold Rush out. Yeah, it's projects. Yeah, I think we did good. I think the Vapor Blue GT 2024 Mustang, I really do like the look of the car. And I wasn't a big fan when they first showed it, but I'm starting to really love the look of this car. So now, got the plum crazy over there. Now we got to get the Challenger out, but I got to get the Rocket out because the Rocket's in place in front of the damn car. So another project, but this Triumph is so cool. To hear this thing start up, I mean, come on. Just a really neat, I mean, this thing just all motor. Exhaust isn't as radical as the other one. I don't think this thing will start without the clutch in. It won't. Okay, there it is, nothing radical. But the Triumph, I mean, I should show you riding today. I don't know why I'm not riding. It's a beautiful day out there. Wow. Okay, now it's time to get the Gold Rush Red Eye. Wife must be home here. I can't get the hood open with my arm. Why is that, right? Just too much work. Hold on. When you have about a broken thumb, my thumb, my German Shepherd destroyed my right thumb. I'm not lying to you. Playing ball with him, about broke it. So yeah, I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm making it all work. All right, so now got to unplug the battery tender. Last time I pulled my car out, I destroyed my other battery tender thing. It was underneath the car, unplugged it, pulled it forward, kaboom, it went bye-bye. So now time to do that. Okay, time to start up the Gold Rush. And you know, this thing here, compared to the Mustang now, is nothing. Let's listen to it. Now you need the exhaust on it. So much. This thing needs a bath. Okay, I think I got projects on my hand. I could just clean cars every day of my life. Let's get in the Gold Rush. Won't open. There's something. Why is that? Just too much. Too much, too much. You haven't even started the bike project, you know, you'll spend a half an hour just moving the cars, motorcycles out of the way just to get to the freaking project. Oh my gosh. Right? Is your heart bleeding for me? As I have all these toys. You know, I'm sure people are like, hey, I can take some of those off your hands for you. Yeah, you can do that. I appreciate that. Alright, get this out here. Now on to the motorcycles. All right, the projects. We just got back home actually and just emptied the whole car of freaking garbage. I mean, groceries, but Jesus Christ, which turns into garbage. Oh my gosh. Let me get motivated to get back on the bike. Bunch of kids, man, I feel for you. All you do is go to the grocery store every freaking day or have the Target or somebody deliver to your door, I guess. All right, onward we go. Okay, over to the man cave. Man, it is so warm out to dress down. I'm like way too hot. But here we are, heading over to the Mustang, Mopar, everything, Jeep, Indian, Harley, KTM, Triumph, Ford shop. So here we go. Yeah, I think I got everything kind of cleared out now so that we can start moving the motorcycles now. Had to take a time out there, get the car unloaded. All right, Triumph's out of the way, and look at all the balls from the Kiefer dog, and I'll be backing the bikes up, and I'll probably end up stepping on those and fall over my bike, right? So now it's time to move the Harleys out of the way. So I got a free clear area. So let's listen to the Harley, which I think is just I think this Harley has such a nicer sounding exhaust, engine. All right, now let's get over here to the Bassani exhaust on the lowrider 117 motor. Let's hope she's in neutral, right? All right, now we approach the Indian, and let's listen to the Indian on how this one sounds. Powered up, and one person says you just touch the button once, and this thing will start up. Too hot, gotta take her apart. Gotta leave it at that. Here's the before. I'll do that. Okay, so I do not like the tab exhaust. I've got Indian slip-ons that are no longer available. Indian has quit making their own slip-on mufflers, so you have to go aftermarket now. But I picked up some Indian slip-ons on a dealership that had a bunch sitting around, so I kind of lucked out. Here's the before sound. There you go. Now some here, I'm sure will be like, man, I would not take those things off. If they had that nice, really good noise to it when you're getting on it, I'd agree. But these things are just always noisy. They're always noisy. I don't like them. I do not like the tab exhaust. So, one of my viewers wants these. So I'm sure if he's watching this video today, he's probably like, wow, I just may get myself a set of tabs. Stay tuned. Got to get the bike secured, strapped down before I put her up in the air. And I really need to do an oil change on this thing as well. Look at this. Looks like it's smoking. It's vaping, but I need to do an oil change this. I do have an oil change kit right over here. So I'll probably do that as well. And it's so interesting. I have mixed feelings. One part of me says sell this motorcycle, another part of me says don't do it. So my goal is get the oil change, get the exhaust change out. Then I'm gonna ride this bike, and I'm just gonna see, and this thing doesn't act like my Indian Pursuit. If you watch my channel, you know all about that. The Indian Pursuit, it's so sad. It's such a nice looking motorcycle, and it's got major issues. So, all right, stay tuned. All right, we have the bike strapped down. Can't emphasize enough how important that is. So this thing's way up in the air. If this bike was to fall off this lift, it would be thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damage instantly. Possibly bend the handlebars, dent the tank, wreck the rear saddlebags. So you got to make sure that you strap these things down. Don't rely on this wheel chalk that you think this will make everything great. All right, let's get her up in the air now. I'm going to take off the rear ramps so it's a cleaner way getting up. Okay, here we go. Those noisy ass compressors. I gotta turn on my big light as well right here. See if she takes off. Oh, see, there she goes. I'd be like, oh, you're gonna hit the ceiling. Yeah, I could. Wonder how many keeper balls are underneath this thing. There's one. That's pretty neat. See that? Going up. There's the front wheel comes back. And then you can take it. And I kind of figure out where this is kind of the right height for me to work on the bike. Okay. By taking this bar down here, the bar right here comes down. See that? Gonna set that where you want that. Go lower down. Now, turn this off. Turn that off. Now a little air out. Okay, and so she's gonna go down a little bit. Let's see what happens. Come on. All of a sudden she just kind of drops. See, there it is. See if I lined it up right? See there? Okay, so now, for me, this may be the about right area to now work on the bike. And I may want it down just a little more. So let me just fine tune that. All right, we got some light. How about that, huh? Powerful light over there, but now it's really a little bit of height for me to work on this. I'm gonna take the bags off. Probably should have taken those off when it was down on the ground, but we'll make it all work. Oh, I've done this so many damn times, it's ridiculous. It's hard to believe I'm doing it again, but here you go. Get your power tool, take off the saddlebags. Downside here is I got this funky ass antenna, which is a pain in the ass. That's a little project right there. So, oh boy. It's really interesting on my Indian Pursuit. So many people are saying that they think this rear axle is not lined correctly. That's creating this front end shake on the Pursuit. But man, wouldn't you think that this belt, so wouldn't you think the belt would just instantly walk off this here if the rear wasn't lined up correctly? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, there's the first side off. Now to the second side over here. All right, so a little better idea. Here's this side panel. You just pull really hard and it'll pop. You gotta pull really hard, so don't be scared. It won't break, just so you know. Gotta get two hands in here to kind of do a little better job. Oh, the joy of taking things apart and putting them back together. So this is a panel you got to pull off. Don't be scared. It's just rubber pushed in with your tabs. But then I'm going to take apart this cable because it has electronic locking saddlebags. All right, so here you go. Here's a panel. See here? Those go into these plugs. See these rubber grommets? That goes into that rubber grommet. Look at this here. Here's your interesting and all the information. Hydraulic. This doesn't have a hydraulic shock. This has an electronic shock. This is just generic. You see here, same thing. Unplug the piggy tail. This here, you just pull real hard and this will just pull out on this right here. Gotta get my finger behind it. Now, one thing that's nice about the Indian product, they put feet on these saddlebags so you can just set it on the ground, doesn't fall over. All right, making progress. This here is going to be the drag. This antenna, I've done this too many times. But I got to get up underneath here now and loosen the, I may not have to loosen. Yeah, I'll have to loosen that probably. The project begins. Okay, so we've got a number 15 on the main bracket for the, so I can show it here to you, for the exhaust. It's number 15, 1/4 inch hose clamps, basically, 1/2 inch on the back. So I've already unloosened everything. This should just really pull off the bike. So let's see if I can pull it off. Okay, got one side off. And can we see through this thing? Yeah, look at that. See, there's just nothing there. I mean, it's just an open pipe. You see that? Crazy. That's why it makes so much damn noise. So, thank goodness I got rubber mats, because I can just set this down over here and it's not going to injure it. So here's one side. This will be a little bit more of a challenge. So I'm leaving the heat shields on. You just can work around those usually, just so you know. I'm putting on some blaster on the pipe, just lubricate it up, just make it easier to put the new exhaust on. So let's go to the other side now. Once again, this is going to be more challenging because this antenna setup, which, yikes. Wow, I was able to get in here with my ratchet and this adjustable head here, and wow, so I'm lucking out without having to take apart this whole antenna assembly. It'll be interesting to try to get back together though. So look at that. Got it. Wow. Oh, this side's a little more aggravating because it's such a long heat shield, but I think I'll make it all work. So we're gonna find out as I try to pop this off. It should just kind of slide right off. Bike's so new. It's an older bike, not so much. I mean, there's nothing there. That's just a straight piece of pipe. I mean, wow. Yeah, wow. No wonder this thing's so noisy. I'll pass. All right, time for the Indian slip-ons. Okay, I think we're making some progress here in the Ice Age muscle car garage. Can we call it that? So yeah, so I get another brand new set of exhaust clamp. So not interesting. So here we go. Get out the Indian ones, and I squirted down this one as well. Just gonna soak it down. And look at this. Just seems like that one versus that one. That's interesting. So let's see how that all plays out for us. I can already tell which is the right versus the left because you've got a mounting plate right here for that. And you got a mounting plate right here in this. You know, it's interesting. I don't remember getting the calibration code for those tabs. So interesting. I don't remember they giving me that information. So this is technically supposed to have the motor, the ECM reprogram. We put these just up on exhaust. That's hard to believe, isn't it? So here we go. Okay, so boy, that's simple. That just slips on there so easy. I probably didn't even need any lubrication. But I'm first going to tighten up these rear mounting brackets before I tighten up that. So I'm going to tackle this project first. All righty, wowski. Boy, that one easy. Not hard at all. You don't have to take that antenna apart. You have the right swivel socket here that I have. 13 millimeter, not a half. I was mistaken on that earlier. So 13 millimeter. Now that that's tightened down, I'll tighten down the exhaust clamp and put the heat shields back on. I like to look at that muffler. Looks good. All right, that was a project. Jesus Christ, getting this heat shield on. The little clamp that's on here didn't, it was having a major problem. So got that. So the right side is done. Now on to the left side. You'd think this would be a little simpler, but who the hell knows? So you start working on it, right? All right, and there she is. She's on. The mufflers are on. Want to hear it? Do we want to hear it? You got to hear it. Power on. Probably have some smoke coming out from it. And let's make sure she's still in neutral. And let's start her. So much quieter. Much quieter. Which I like that. So it has a nice little rumble to it. But it's nothing like it was. Because these things aren't just, you know, have a hole in them. And so for this bike here, I think it just sounds so much nicer. I have it on my Indian Pursuit, and I just think it's a nicer, more mellow, not too radical sound. So, all right. So I guess that's a wrap on the Indian slip-on mufflers. Sadly, look at this, cut my finger, which I figured that'd happen. Sadly, you can't get these mufflers anymore. Indian no longer makes them. They've gotten scared by the green agenda people, the environmental agency, so they don't do it no more. So, oh well, I get the last set out of a Pennsylvania dealer, and good Lord, if I sell my Pursuit, or they buy it back, I got to take those things back off, even back the factory exhaust. Now, one of my good subscribers, I'm going to have to reach out to him and see what he thinks about these. And does he get my tabs? Does he get the tabs? I think somebody may be getting some nice tabs. How about that idea, huh? So thanks for watching Ice Age TV. And I'll make a how-to change your oil video, even though it's Indian already has one. But I just like to make how-to videos. I like to have fun. So thanks for watching. And God bless, stay safe, and stay tuned for more adventures.